Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Pimp Shrimp here, and I want to talk with you how I ship my livestock or my shrimp. I love my shrimp. I mean, I keep them in my workspace. I keep them in my home. I have display tanks all over, as well as tanks that I like simply to experiment with. I mean, various colors and whatnot. Right now, I've currently got this tank right here going as a project. I'm going to start breeding out some what I like to call lime green neocaridina shrimp. Actually, it looks like one of the red ones snuck his way in. I'll have to move him to this tank later, which is where I'm breeding out my fire reds. Now, I've had some good luck with shrimp, and I've been selling them all over the place. No surprises there. But I want to talk about how I actually ship these guys. Now, I like to use these 776 boxes. You get them free if you use priority mail from the post office, and then I cut styrofoam cutouts. Now, me being a educator, I have a ton of paperwork that I'm always just throwing out. I wasn't recycling it before. So what I did was, and I came up with this brilliant idea, was I got a paper shredder that shreds it very fine. Now, as I get the school paperwork that I no longer need, I shred it, and I actually use it as the insulation for when I'm shipping shrimp out in these insulated boxes. Now, those are some mulberry leaves from my organic mulberry tree. I usually include a couple of those when I sell shrimp because I love to eat them. Now, as for what I use to actually ship the shrimp other than these boxes, I sometimes use a 72-hour heating pack depending on the weather, or a commercial cooler pack. These are great. They're Uniheat. They work wonderfully. I also like to use, because I'm very cautious with my shrimp, breather bags. These are long life ones. I've had no problems with them, although I will admit I do double bag quite a bit. So I'll actually show you what some of my packaging looks like. I like to use the water from the tank when I package my shrimp. I'll just drain out a little into the bag. I feel like I keep my water at a consistent enough quality and I don't want to shock my shrimp. So that's how I go about it. So I'll show you what one of my bags looks like. So, how does a shrimp pimp ship? That's a good question. Well, we're going to start by pulling off the lid. Yay! No more lid. Next thing we're going to do, I'm going to take this bag and fill it with a little bit of tank water. Nothing crazy there. Going to take it right from the tank. These guys will be ready to go in no time. So we'll get that after the jump. So I have filled this bag with about 2/3 of water. It's a breather bag, so it doesn't need air. And in this particular case, I gave him some frog bit. He asked for some floating plants. Why not? I'm also going to include some of my flame moss in there as well. So actually, it looks like a couple of shrimp got in there just from being on the frog bit. So now I'm going to scoop them out with my net. Nothing crazy here with this net. It is simply a well-designed net with a pocket. It's actually a little bit more firm. I like these kinds of nets for picking out individual shrimp. In this case, I'm pulling some fire reds. So let me get to that. Now, once you have them all, while I've got all the water in the bag, this is a breather bag, so I squeeze the air out, and then I just tie off the top very tightly. I twist, 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 and twist, and I tie. So now that I have my happy shrimp bag, see they're all floating around in there, they're going to go in this box with a cooler pack, because it's the time of the year. They'll be ready to go. So I'm going to package them up. I'm going to add a little bit more insulation, and they should be good to go. Then I just add the top, seal it up, and they're good to go. So that is how I do that.